All right. It is LipglossNMics, and I know you all have been patiently waiting, and I appreciate that. Tonight I have a special East Coast artist with me, and I'm really excited about it. It's been long overdue, and I really want you to listen to his song that he's working hard on right now, and I like it. I really like it. I was trying to decide between both of them, but yeah, I like this one. I like the name of it. I like everything about it. So before we get with the artist, okay, I'm going to let y'all hear Blessings. And this is by Trig, the Gambler. And I'm sure a lot of you already have heard of him, okay? He's the younger brother of Smooth the Hustler. And they're both East Coast rappers. So I want you to all just stay patient. Stay with me. Make sure that y'all just stay tuned in, all right?
You have been made to look at yourselves, to stem the tide of crime and violence that is afflicting our communities throughout America. Not by your design, but by the design of the wicked.
What's the relation? Government wipeout? Martial law. Let's take over the White House. Americans saw you. You ain't police us. Population control. They don't want to increase us. Racist faces. States, places. Detention camp. All that follows. Preparation for civil unrest. Drugs and homicides. Prostitutes undressed. This here genocide. God bless this earth. Dudes dying for turf. Brothers hanging themselves in jail. What it's worth? People so racist. Life is so basic. We live to die. The in-betweens is what you make it. We living in poverty. Starvation bother me. Dudes trying to feed their kids. There's more robberies. Now drugs selling. The crime rate rise. Another kid get murdered. Someone's son dies. Here come new laws. Blacks don't have a voice. They say if we failed, then that's a brother choice. But I see a racial war. Bomb is the sacrifice. The hell of the pale horse. Trump is the antichrist. Power, they want to control wealth. Obamacare, they want to control health. Homeland security, borders got drug wars. How is it legal when we got all these drug stores? What's the relation? Government wipeout? Martial law. Let's take over the White House. Americans saw you. You ain't police us. Population control. They don't want to increase us. Racist faces. States, places. Detention camp. All that follows. Preparation for civil unrest. Drugs and homicide. Prostitutes undressed. This here's genocide. It's written in stone. Look at Mount Rushmore. Morse left Russian, only left was count for. 120 lessons. Knowledge come with blessings. Me and Smooth been getting schools since adolescents. Who's next to go to jail killing for war crimes? Kids dying there, you better add on more time. You out of line if killing is all fine. We out of time, but I said it in Newsline. We're all the leaders, they all deceivers. They lost teachers, false preachers. Religion caused separation, God gon' punishment. Africa AIDS spread, look what they done to them. Before brothers speak, they get murdered for pre-rhymes. They trying to lock Trig up for pre-crime. Prolonged detention, nothing was mentioned. I'm here with no sentence for what I prevented. What's the relation? Government wipeout? Martial law. Let's take over the White House. Americans saw you. You ain't police us. Population control. They don't want to increase us. Racist faces. States, places. Detention camp. All that follows. Preparation for civil unrest. Drugs and homicide. Prostitutes undressed. This here's genocide. Wars are undressed. Count the men that died. Blacks on death row. Count the men that cried. Fuck up the world trade. Now the world paid. FEMA Katrina. What was the world now? What's the relation? Government wipeout? Martial law. Let's take over the White House. Americans saw you. You ain't police us. Population control. They don't want to increase us. Racist faces. States, places. Detention camp. All that follows. Preparation for civil unrest. Drugs and homicide. Prostitutes undressed. This here's genocide.
Angry crowds have gathered outside the governor's mansion in the US state of Minnesota to voice their fury at the killing by a police officer of a black man during a traffic stop. In this video, you can see one of the protesters speaking to the crowd. Behind her, as you can see, the gates there to the governor's mansion, which demonstrators have covered with crime scene tape.
All right, good evening, y'all. Like I said, I have our special guest tonight from the East Coast, Trig the Gambler. Are you with me, Trig?
Indeed,
All right, y'all. So this interview has been long overdue, has it not, Trig?
Yes, it has been.
It's been over a year. Okay. When I first met Trig, It was crazy. I actually did your brother Smooth. Okay, I did somebody else on the East Coast, and I was just starting the radio. It was probably like 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, and
Right.
it was crazy because I was still getting used to everything, and I was trying to do what I could for everybody, you know. And now, believe it or not, I'm on like 10 stations. You know what I mean? And
That's
it's
what's up.
been a lot of growth, a lot of learning,
Yeah.
but it's good. And I see you still doing your thing.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, give everybody a little bit of background, you know, like I told everybody, I warned everybody earlier because I had to apologize for my illness and having to postpone stuff, but I can't be sick
Uh-huh.
too long because I just fall way behind. So,
Yeah.
it's
I
awesome.
feel, I hope you feel better, though, you know.
You know, I'm
Feel
they got
better.
me all doped up, so you know how that goes. They got me pumped with steroids, so I'm ready. But
Yeah.
it's all good. So, anyways, I want you to tell everybody because I know you've been out since like a while now. It's been the '90s. You've been doing your thing. You've got a lot of history, legends, stuff that you've done that's very memorable
Yeah.
and good advice for our indie artists out there today. Which I'm definitely going to get your idea what you think about today's music is. Of course, I'm really excited because you're on the East Coast, honestly, because that's where I'm from, and I've been down south for a
what's up.
while and oof.
Yeah. Yeah, but I love the coast, West Coast, East Coast. You know,
Yeah, I
so,
love them all. I love music, but
Right.
it feels good to be on the same time zone tonight. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes, yes, indeed. Yes,
feels
indeed.
good. It feels good.
Yes.
I'm terrible with all that time zone stuff. When I'm on the Cali station, I forget, and then the Vegas station, I'm like, oh my goodness, and then the artists are like, where are you? You know, and I'm like, oh.
Right.
So when you first started, what made you say? Was it because you're the little brother, or did you want to do music? You know what I'm saying? Like, this was your thing.
Yeah.
When did you say,
Now,
"Hey,
when-
I want to do music"?
Now, when I first started, I was doing more battle rapping. You know, I was doing battle rap back then. It was more street battle rapping. You know, at the time they had a club called Club SOs in New York. They had Lyricist Lounge and they had the Pozo Lounge. Those were spots that everybody would go to and grab the mic and stuff like that. You know, KRS-One, King Son, guys like that. MCs that Rakim, and so that was a spot I used to go to a lot back in the days in Polo Grounds up in New York, and just battling, just out in the street doing that, and just kind of one day we was at my neighbors MOP, what I'm saying, extended family. They basically was shooting a video, and we was out there kind of like rapping and battle rapping, and one of DR Period, his brother, basically heard me, battle rapping. And DR Period was already working with Smooth, but he didn't know that I was into like rapping like that. I was more in the streets, I wasn't really doing too much of that. So he heard me and, basically told me to come down. And at the time I was going down to my brother's sessions while he was recording his project and recording his stuff. And DR was like, yo, you're going to get on this project, but you got to give me something good. And I'm like, well, I'm doing battle rap. Like, he like, well, give me that battle rap on record, So he wound up giving me Broken Language beat, and it was history from there,
That's what's up. So then you just started doing your own thing. Now, is your whole family into music, or is it just you guys, or what I mean? Your whole family.
Basically, me and Smooth, we had started out young. I was probably about 15. Smooth was he was younger than that when Smooth had started, but when we really got a little more serious, it was about 15 and 16 years old. We used to take our own money and kind of like, put it into ourselves. And then we had children very young. Smooth had, a child at, I think it was like 18 at the time. I had a child when I was 17. So we basically used to have our kids with us in the studio all the time, while we was recording and getting our music done. So yeah, now my daughter, she's 19. She raps. She does her thing. Her name is Lady J.
Oh, that's awesome.
My brother Smooth, his son is Smooth Montana. He does his thing right now. We got them both in the studio recording. So it's sounding good, and looking good. And
you're keeping that generation flow thing going, so that's a good thing. That's a real good thing. So New York is where y'all were from, right?
Yeah, we're from Brooklyn, Brownsville.
Oh, Brooklyn, okay. So now, how was it in Brooklyn doing music back, when you first started? Because, today, I mean, there's still not really a lot of open mics. I would say more showcases now than anything. But how was it like back then when you first started? Was it like supporting, like the Brooklyn support? Was it a good thing? They had a lot of open mics. I mean, how did you network get out there?
Not in Brooklyn at that time per se. It was more like in Manhattan, in New York.
Okay.
A lady named Maria Davis at the time, she was running a club called Club Essos, and she was doing a lot of promotion for the Palladium, and I don't know if you remember, too familiar with the tunnel from up in New York. That was a huge spot that everybody would go and perform at. Palladium was another spot that everybody would go to and perform at. So Maria Davis had that circle in New York at that time, and she would take us around and do shows at a lot of performances that she would have, a lot of showcases she would have. We would perform there. But to get us on, basically in the industry, what we did was Next Level was an independent. It was our own company. It was an independent production team, also as a management team. And what we did was we went independent first. We ran and put our own money up and pressed up our own records and put out Hustling, which was Smooth first single. And we put that out, and then also went and did a showcase for ourselves, which we had, it was Smooth the Hustler at the time, Foxy Brown, just before she was signed to Def Jam, Punishers, who else, Headless Horseman, and, a couple of other groups, basically an MOP, which turned out for them to get signed to the major record labels that they got signed to. So basically we was doing music for a while, for a long time. Our hands been into a lot in Brooklyn. A lot of artists in Brooklyn worked together a lot. A lot of people didn't know that back then in the 90s, we all stuck together when it came to working with each other. We would be in each other's sessions and stop at each other's sessions in the studios and go hear each other's music and projects before it came out, and just kind of co-sign the music to make sure we all was going in the right direction.
And that's a big thing. That's a big thing back then, because you don't see a lot of that now. It's more like I don't want to say hate, but nobody wants to do it together. You know what I mean?
Right. Everybody think that it takes one man and just one record to become successful. It's a lot. It's a lot behind it. It's a machine. That's number one. And then kind of like getting yourself out there and promoting yourself. You could be big right here in the States and in America, but then nobody will know you out the country.
Right.
It's just that simple. I used to go out to the UK since 95 and 96, so I've been touring out there for years, performing in front of the Eiffel Tower and places like that. And, those places is like 2.3 million people at one time. That's a whole different crowd bracket,
Yeah, that's crazy to
totally
see.
Different.
I miss doing Ozfest tours, and of course that's a different genre. But when I worked corporate out of Transworld out of New York, it was like doing the tours. I miss it. That was just people of maybe 1,000. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking like, dang, that's a lot of people. But yet the excitement, I'm sure, feels like a whole nother level too. Like when you're on the stage.
The game was different back then. You kind of had to come in the game with. And have a sound, a lot of artists came in with gimmicks. They had all type of stuff the way they came into the industry. But you had to have a strong team, and you had to have a sound, and your music had to be good. Lyrics had to be good. Your production had to be good. It had to be a match, It's just a little different now,
Little. Little.
I look at it like this.
Like, wait a minute, little.
I look at it like this. It's like, I tell people it's a 360 in music. When we first looked at hip hop, who would ever thought Rap and Duke would have been one of the biggest records in hip hop? Rap and Duke, which is for the guy, people out there that don't know, and we would have never known that hip hop would be where it's at now. Just it went through the era of explaining the culture when they first started. And then, because, we don't see graffiti and breakdancing right now. We don't see that.
I don't see none of that anymore.
Yeah, so it went through that era. Then it came through the era of the drug era when everybody's parents was on drugs, and then you had to speak on what you seen and what you lived and
how you had to handle it and the struggle and where you lived.
Right. And then now Now, to check it out. Now, we're the generation that come from that, right? So
right.
We had to speak on the streets. We had to speak on what happened. Now, we have children, and our children, this generation now, is the children that's coming from the parents like us.
Of that,
basically went through the struggle. Now, we didn't experience the drug exactly of us using it and doing it. No, we was talking about selling it and talking about, the hustle and the downfall from it. Now, these kids these days is having fun off of it, and they talking about using it. See, it's a whole different time frame of it. It's like you just got to look at the generations of things. And nowadays, these kids, to them, it's having fun. They're having fun in a whole different way. They don't understand that hustle grind, that struggle of it. They don't understand it. They didn't come from that era to really understand it. To explain it to them is one thing. And that's where the relationship comes between the old school rappers and, this generation of artists. And one thing that this generation of artists has shown to the old school artists is that how to cut out the middleman. It's very important, to understand and give them their props on what they have brung to the game.
Right.
Maybe the music and the contents and things like that is something we'll go, whoa, like, what is that? You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, to me, it's not the music. It's not making someone kill each other. It's not making someone beef and hurt each other. It's kind of going in a different direction. Now, if they can give better contents and things that's happening in the world today and stuff that's going on, maybe people want to hear a little more about. Maybe, it'll coincide, but I don't want to take away from them, or what they're doing. It's their generation and music. And I just feel like we have to give them a chance because they have something. There's something there.
Oh, yeah, definitely. They wouldn't be succeeding. And I love how you worded all that, too, because honestly, to give you props, I had to stop you. Because most artists that come from a generation, you know what I mean, they don't see that. They just go on the music side of it, not looking at what's behind it. I mean, like you said, 360, music's always going to change. So you have to ride with it, and you have to figure out what's good from each, you know what I mean, time frame that's coming. Because I can exactly feel like, I was a pop baby, of course, and Biggie, and you know what I'm saying, and that was all my music, and I grew up in that, I can relate to a lot of those stories because of where I grew up, and in the city, and my relatives, and my family, and then, look at, like you said, my kids, it's a total what they grew up on, but yet they still love my music, you know what I'm saying, and they still,
and just
so
think
they
about
understand
it,
that.
The fashion changes, so the music is going to change.
Yep.
Just think about back in the days when our parents was doing music and they had the afros and the bell-bottom pants. The music that they was playing was the Curtis Mayfield, the
Earth, Wind, and Fire was my uncle's favorite.
Went with the vibe of the Cadillacs.
Yeah, and he'd be wearing the platform shoes, and I'd be like, really?
So every time has its era of music. And I think, what about the next 10 years from now, 20 years from now, where music is going to be at, we don't know. It might come back to what we love, and that's the content of the music, and, certain things like that might change, but no one wants anything to stay the same. So this is why I feel like it has to evolve. It has to go places in order for the music to go places, and this is what it is, and it takes other people to make that happen.
And I think if you got the passion like you do, you know what I mean, you keep going, and I mean, you adjust to it, you know what I mean, you kind of fit in it, because your new song, Blessings, that you're pushing, like I've listened to that a couple times already, and just the message in it, just the freshness of it, just the cultural feel of it. I mean, there's a lot to that song, because I was trying to pick out of both of them which one I was going to play first. And then I asked Mike, and he said, we're pushing Blessings. So, of course, I'm going to put that first. But, I think that's the one that's going to go into rotation, because I really like that one. And
I appreciate it. I really do.
Where did that come from? Where did all that come from? Just the world?
Just traveling around the world and seeing stuff, not stuck in a dimension that they want you to be stuck in. You know what I'm saying?
And not having the knowledge. And I mean, there's so much in there that y'all can hear and feel if you really listen to it.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, my whole entourage, I have a new entourage that I'm working with right now. Royalty Records, you know. Me and my partner, which is Mike, my cousin, you know, we basically putting it together, and we have other partners involved with it. Five Kings, which
awesome.
is a production crew, and I have a single right now that's out. My boy Abe Williams is his single, and I'm featured on it. It's called The Game, and that's up right now on, you know, get that on iTunes or, you know, TuneCore, wherever you want to go to. Basically, check it out. It's there.
Yeah, ain't that crazy how the world is now with digital stuff? Like, see, I used to work in music stores too, so it's like...
Yeah, you know, we were just talking about that. We were just like how we was around carrying 2-inch reels and DACs and stuff like that, you know, and we were young and just understanding how music just transforming where it's at right now. Just being able to go say, wow, we dealing with Pro Tools, you know?
And all this new technology and promotion.
Yeah.
And it's
a
lot.
Uh-huh.
It's a lot, but long as you know, but like you said, your kids are involved in music, you know, you smooth, so it's like, you know, they keep you all up with that too, because I know my kids, they still like, you in music, but I think, you know, if it's your passion and it's in you, it's never going to go away.
Right, it's not at all. I mean, I always say that, that's why I don't understand how artists, MCs, true MCs can even complain. I mean, just do good music. You know, to me, that's what it's about. You know, I think people more worried about the money. They see these 360 deals. They see the bags coming real fast and stuff like that. But to me, it's like I was saying about the young generation on just giving us the game on cutting the middleman out. It's kind of like we can give them the game on how to stay in the game and have the longevity in it. And that's what it's about, understanding that, because it's bigger than just a record at times. You know, as an artist, you have to know how to perform also.
Yeah, and you know, market.
And you have to sound like your record. Yeah, it's like, it's real, it's weird now. You know, that's why myself, I kind of teach the younger generation on that. You know, okay, the auto-tune and stuff like that is cool. But when you get on that stage, you
ain't going to sound like no auto-tune.
You're not going to sound like
unless
yourself.
You lip-syncing.
Right, or unless you fix your mic to be auto-tune. And, I mean, do you really want to go on like that? Because the minute something mess up on that set, then now they hear the true you, and if it don't sound right, now you just killed your audience.
Yeah, you just killed your audience. You know, not just that, you were fake. You know what I'm saying? They're going to look at you like, what?
You know?
Like, what?
So, yeah, because that happens to a lot of artists, you know, and far as I think that's the longevity for promoters to be able to come around 5 and 10 years later and still want to book you to a concert and still want to book you to a show, because, you know, you're going to they know you're coming, you're going to give a good performance. You know, you're not going to come and give them rapping over your music and stuff like that. You're going to give a good performance, and that's what they want to see. And that's where the true money at, the longevity.
Mm-hmm. And you know, it's not just, you know, I'm so tired of everybody saying hip-hop and da-da-da-da and rap and this culture and that culture. As Trig brought up earlier, you know, that it's always kind of like, you know, the music and what people do, listening to the music and all that. You can't say that because every genre is like that. I mean, I can classify pretty much every genre to some type of craziness. Just when I moved down here, I mean, they had people outside of House Blues, like, chanting, you know, they didn't want a certain group to perform there. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, when I was a kid growing up, different artists that, you shouldn't listen to this. It's like you said, it's actually how it is as their youth, as they're growing and what they're learning out there. Not just the music. You know what I mean? You can't blame the music for what people do. I remember Kurt Cobain, Nirvana. You know what I mean? Like, everybody said all those suicides that were happening around that time were because of him.
Right.
Come on now. Right. You know, I've listened to so many different types of music, and it just fit my void or whatever feeling I was feeling, and I never thought of craziness. Yeah, there's people that are strong, people not, but it's not the music that makes you do it.
Right. It's not. Not at all.
I'm tired of that. If that's the one thing I can get out before I die is people, you believe that what your kid listens to is going to make them into something. Nah. It's you as a parent and being involved and making sure that you see what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And no kids are perfect. You know what I'm saying? Right. They all go through things, and it's whether you come out.
It start off at home. At the end of the day, they sit a child in front of a tube, a television.
Yeah.
And then here it is. They don't understand the the true meaning of the television. Tell lies to your vision, and there it is.
Well, don't get them hooked on television, please. That's the worst thing
Now
y'all doing. Sitting those babies in front of the TVs, watching TV all day.
Right. What do you think? The child? You think the child is going to go with more of just the music, or more what they see?
What they're brainwashed into seeing.
Yeah,
that's what they're going to do.
They can rewind the television the same way they can rewind music. It's the same way they can play same program over and over and watch that and get more understandings of how to hold something, how to use it, how to do all of that. They're not going to get all that out of just music, So at the end of the day, they don't have a solution, so they put anything in front of it, and they need to put hip hop in front of it for the cover up. Now I understand hip hop moves the soul. Now, yes, it does. Hip hop moves the soul. It can also, have people think wrong if they don't have the right understanding.
But any music can do that too. That's why, you know what I mean?
That's any music. That's rock and roll.
Yeah,
that's metal. That's everything.
There was, I worked, okay, House of Blues tours with these new alternative, like heavy metal. Now let me tell you, I can listen to any kind of music. I ain't gonna lie, because y'all know I keep it 100. I can't deal with country music. I try. I might be able to deal with some of the older country because of my mom and grandmother listening to it, you know what I mean? Like Johnny Cash and things like that. But I can't listen to it. Like, I won't buy the CD or nothing. But I can handle listening to it because it brings memories, But you people, it's the same thing with any kind of music, because I remember doing shows where I could not, it was so loud and it was screaming. And yeah, I liked some of it, but let me tell you, watching people bash each other's heads in with bullhorns and stuff because they're in a mosh pit, how crazy is that? People bleeding everywhere, and you got to send people home. Depending where the tour is, like, nah.
It's another dimension. It's a dimension that you don't want to be in.
Yeah, it's
totally. The mind frames and the way people thinking at those moments is something that where you're not thinking. Your mind is nowhere there.
Yeah, you're just out there, and you can't blame it on the music, So it's just
a lot of
crazy.
times it's satanic thoughts, so you're not
that
there.
Too. I've seen different, and it's vibes. It's vibes that go in you, and you got to keep that good energy.
You know what it really is, right? At the end of the day, it's all frequency.
Yeah.
When you look at frequency, music can make you cry, can make you laugh.
It can make you happy. It
can do a lot of things to you,
Like R&B be making y'all sexy, same thing.
To me, it's the zone you in at that moment, and and it's the way you thinking of the music and how you perceive the music when you're listening to it.
And it's true, you ain't gonna tell me nobody, like I do it all the time. I'll be in a mood and I'll think of a song, and I'll go look through Spotify for that album or that artist or that song, just because that's what I'm feeling right then and there, and it's gonna change my mood. Like, just like people meditate, I ain't into all that new age, whatever. But I mean, I will say I meditate to pray. You know what I mean? Like, that's my personal space with God. That's my own being. I can concentrate more because I be going in 10 different directions at once. But I want you to tell everybody too, what's one highlight of your career thus far that you can remember that made a difference in your career?
A highlight that made a difference.
Yeah, like over all the years, like the different things you've done, and
I could tell you two.
Okay.
I could tell you two. One is basically traveling to a couple of third world countries.
Yeah, traveling's got to be like.
And traveling is kind of like the number one, because you get to see things you have never seen and broadens the mind. Yeah. And then, you the things you have seen on television or you have heard about is nothing like experiencing it, as seeing it on your own.
Right.
And getting your own understandings about it.
See, that's where I want to be at. I want to be at traveling, you know what I mean? And that people just look at me like, Kelly, don't you want a big house? Don't you want this? Nah, y'all, I don't need all that, because I can make a shack look beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I want to travel and see things that when I die, I don't know how many people even get that chance.
Right. They worry about the wrong things. A house, if you don't own land, you're worrying about a house for no reason. It's like, you have to get more smarter. The dollar in America, the value is gone from this dollar. So, people got to start thinking about taking that money and investing and
Yeah.
putting into things, that's going to bring them more money back.
I won't get no political side of me tonight, but y'all need to start saving your money and start thinking about things and listening in it. Stop being brainwashed by everything on the news.
That's right. Get out of the materialistic world.
Yeah.
It's all the same. Nothing has changed. The earth have not changed. It's still the same. It's just the people. You don't have to follow everything. Follow your own mind. Be yourself.
Yeah, don't have to follow what people try to. I mean, I do it all the time. I get knowledge from so many people, but you know what? The biggest thing I do is I research behind it. If I have any doubt, it's like, all right, wait, this is what you're saying, but I've been trained in my brain that this is what it's supposed to be. And I'm only going to throw this out there. I'm going to get off the politics stuff. Mommies, please do homeschooling. You can teach your kids just as much as somebody with a college degree. You might have to need help on different things. Like I ain't gonna lie, I'm terrible in math. Okay, so I always gotta have somebody there with me. You know what I mean? Like Kelly, this, and that. I got it.
It's an 80-year, 100-year system. Nothing changed. The books haven't changed. The education in the books haven't changed. The knowledge haven't changed. Yeah. Even though we have learned more knowledge and learned about a lot of the books were false and things like that, still haven't changed. So you have to educate yourself. You have to research and get more smarter. Because right now it's nothing going to change. The system is still the same. What you got to realize is that communities is being built with a school at one end and a jail at the other now. So you gotta know what it's about.
And the world's just changing up.
Right. They're not teaching your child to have the education to be able to go to Harvard or go to those places like that. People always talk about it's a money game. It's deeper than what people can understand. So like you said, we're not gonna get too deep into politics.
Right. Yeah, because I'm bad at that. Me and my old co-host, she's gonna have her own show on just the politics side. I asked her the other day, so she's relocating this year. We used to be on the show together, and it was cool, So she hit me up the other night. She's like, Kels, can I do a whole R. Kelly segment for the site? I said, you can. I was like, why don't you do this now that you're feeling good and stuff? You don't have to come back on our show, I said, do your own show.
Right.
Because, I can special appearance if I want on it, and she can come on mine. But she got a lot of, she gets into all that, and she puts it out way better than I can.
That's what's up. And I got my other artist, T. Merciless, he's one of those types to get deep into them conversations. So when she's ready to have those conversations, you let us know.
Yeah, and, that's good, because a lot of people don't, and they don't want to research. They just want to, I don't know. It's just crazy out there in this day and age. But do you think that you are? How do you your brother's still doing music, right?
Yes, we both are. We're working right now on the Smith Brother album. So that should be almost done soon, and we're working on. We just finished the royalty record, the Freestyle Madness album with my whole entourage. So we just finished that. So y'all be getting some records for that song. I'm
gonna have to check him out too. He used to be on my Instagram, and I used to see his post in my feeds. And I don't know what happened. I remember.
Yeah, the hustler been working on this movie. We got a
See, that's what I'm saying. Last time I seen was when he came out with a shoe collection.
Yeah, that was Red Owl.
And that was a while ago.
That's still popping. He's doing that in the UK. That was a UK movement for him.
That's what's up.
So that's still popping. He's about to bring it to the States soon. And I think he's doing that around the same time he's bringing this movie out. It's a movie about me and him and our growing up in Brooklyn.
So kind of like a biography type thing, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up.
It's gonna be a little twist to it. It's kind of a little animation in it and stuff like that. I don't want to give too much, away. But it's a dope movie. I mean, we got a lot of people in it and a lot of good actors, and I think it's gonna be something dope. So I'm gonna wait for Smooth to kind of really spill it. So that's why I'm not kind of telling no names on it and stuff. But
yeah, so y'all just got teased with that, so now y'all have to catch up and make sure you find out what it's about and who's in it.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what's up. So what you got going on for this year? Is there going to be a video for Blessings?
Oh yeah, definitely. We're going to be shooting that soon. A couple of weeks. We're also shooting another single with.
That's a song I can see. I know this is crazy, but I have to throw it out. And you should do it all in black and white.
Oh man, you kind of stole out here.
For real? I just see that song like
Smooth,
being so
now,
black
you know
and
what's
white and
crazy?
so.
Yeah, because when Smooth did Hustling back in the days, he did Hustling Steam. We did it in the black and white out in the
all
snow
right.
type of look. So it was kind of an idea, you know, that we was on there with. I'm glad you kind of mentioned that, so we know in the right direction. At least I got a co-signer, you know.
I just think it's just the lyrics go perfect with it, the flow, like everything's just so. I really like that song. It's a good song.
Thank you. Thank you. I really want people to listen, you know?
Yeah.
Listen.
The other song, Crazy Trig, now that's going to be the one we leave the interview with. Where did that come from? I haven't even heard that one yet because I was stuck on Blessings. I ain't going to lie.
Basically, Crazy got a little twist to it. Crazy is, it's something like, you know, you want to do a song to your lady and for the women out there and stuff. So that's what I kind of directed it towards. But it has a twist to it because also I'm talking about hip hop, you know, through that whole song. So when people listen to it, it'll sound like I'm talking, you know, directly to, my lady. But at the end of the day, I'm using her metaphorically for hip hop.
That's what's up.
And when you listen to it all the way through and get to the end, and then you know you see what I'm talking about, and it's all dedicated to hip hop. You know, from my first love, basically.
Oh wow, okay. So that's kind of cool though, because like you said, you used her metaphorically and put out this like. So a lot of people gonna dig that too. So I mean, that's a good one. So now are these all gonna end up on an EP that you'll be releasing in the future, or?
Yeah, basically. In the future it will be. And right now we're working, like I was telling you, the Freestyle Madness will be the first thing I will be dropping. And I want people to definitely pay attention to that because that's something that I think is very unique. You know, we have, like I said, 3 different artists from different boroughs that came together to put this project together. And the 5 Kings are all producers on the project that's doing production. And, I mean, it's a nice sound, beautiful. It's a mixture between New York and the South. So we just want to see how, you know, where it can go at. And the concepts and everything is very powerful messages in the song. And we also just did the remake over of Self-Destruction. We've been doing that through different boroughs right now. So, basically, different states, Different states, we're doing that right now. And we're having a song from each state being handed in. And the songs are coming out amazing, you know? And the message behind them are beautiful.
And that's a good thing. See, putting out the messages. And I think right now, in the way the USA is, I guess, you know, it's awful, though, because people get mad at me. And but I think everybody has their own thing. Like, I'm not proud of this country. As bad as that sounds, I know I'm American and, you know, and I do love my freedom and I love, you know what I'm saying? But there's just a lot that I guess I don't agree with. A lot of people don't agree with it. You get tired, especially moving down here. You know what I mean? Like, that was a big change for me. And even though I've been here like 18 years, can you tell my accent's still up north or no?
Say that one more time.
My accent, can you tell it's still a northern accent? Or because people be picking on me around here all the time saying I ain't from here. And I've been here 18 years. Like, really?
You can still hear it, though.
Yeah, I'm glad. I don't ever want to lose it. Trust me, I don't ever want to lose it. But my friends, when I call home, they be picking on me. And, I mean, my friend Robin, I grew up with her since I was 8. You know what I mean? And she got a huge family. They're Cape Verdean. And it's crazy because they all like, Kels, you know, you sound so Southern. And I'm like, nah, you're crazy. Like, I don't think I have that Southern accent yet. But it's a big change, though, I can only imagine, like, other parts of the world, like you said. You know what I mean? I want to travel. I want to go to Brazil. I want to go, you know, where my ancestors are from. There's just so much I want to do. And music, the funniest thing is this station is out of Miami, you know, and they have a lot of Haiti listeners, a lot of, you know, Miami listeners, Florida listeners. Another station that I'm on live, which is the one I do after here, I'm out of Brazil, you know what I mean, France, Canada. Of course, you know, and it's like I actually have a following from there, and I think it's so cool. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just, like, so excited, and especially Brazil. Like, I was just so excited. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. So I can see, as an artist, where you traveled, You know, that's my biggest thing, and I'm not even an artist. That's my biggest thing is, you know, I think I miss it from when I was corporate, even though I didn't travel out of the United States, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
or even to the West Coast, but
right.
just somewhere, you know what I mean? Just doing a tour with different big anthems and things like that. It was just a big, like, thrill for me, you know? And I wasn't even, like, starstruck. It was just the hype of, oh, this whole place is filled with music, you know what I mean? Everybody in here loves music. And the vibe in it, just everything, you know? It was like a big... It was a natural high, you know. Okay, you know. So
yes.
I could definitely. I want you to.
I love traveling myself. I love traveling.
See, now with the movie, you guys will probably be able to do that too.
Yes, and travel more. I just want to take my entourage and make sure, you know, the rest of my entourage, the new upcoming artists now, get a chance to really see and experience that, because they can come back with a more open mind. And, you know, it kind of opens the mind for you to think better and write better and things like that. You know, especially when you take that time to travel and use it wisely. You know, you're not out there wilding out and doing nothing crazy. You know,
trying to think if you would know. I don't. Oh God, what's his name? He's from Trinidad. This is awful. My head just went like dead. I hate when I have like a brain thing and then it just goes blank.
I know it happens.
It was an artist. He's been around for a while too, but he got deported over to Trinidad, and I'm trying to think. I know he ran with like 50 Cent's whole thing, and it was crazy because like I was so honored just to interview him too in Trinidad. You know what I mean? That was just such a wild interview, and him being.
It wasn't Sean or nobody, was it?
Who?
Sean, you ain't talking about Sean or anybody.
No, this is driving me crazy because like I could see it repeating in my head, and now it's like my head is just like, who? I mean, I interviewed him twice, and he did.
Is he a reggae artist?
No, he does hip hop. He's in Trinidad. He used to live in New York for a long time. He's still got family in New York and everything. Oh my God, this is terrible. He's been around like forever. Oh yeah, Bangum Smurf.
Oh wow.
Have you ever heard of him or no?
Of course.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like I never knew who he was, so for me to interview him and then do all the research I did, you know what I mean? Like he is so awesome, and even now he'll shout out to me every now and then. Like if I'm on Twitter or Instagram and I see I don't think he's really doing music anymore, but he helping other artists. And
that's good.
Yeah, he's doing like his own big thing out there. And what's crazy is just the fact that, you know, I hooked up with something like the knowledge that he had, and just the way it is in Trinidad and how it is. My son actually got he had done a I don't know what it was with an artist out there, you know, a collab or whatever. And he was bringing this young artist on, and the young guy usually does like salsa music, but he did this one hip hop song with him. My son's got like a whole verse of that tattooed on his arm. I just looked at him. I said, "You really want that as a tattoo?" And he's like, "Yeah, man. Did you listen to the words like that?" I was shocked that song. And he was probably like 18. You know what I'm saying? And just that song meant something to him. And like a lot of people don't even know. I didn't even know who Bangum Smurf was. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like we were saying, lyrics are very powerful. I mean, I was in Scotland at one time, me and Smooth the Hustler and Ice-T, and we was performing, and basically it was a young kid in the audience, and we stopped the music and was like, "Whoa, hold on, like you're way too young to be in this audience."
Right.
He was like, I traveled from Greece.
Oh wow.
By myself. He was 11 years old. He traveled from Greece just to come see us.
Oh, that is so awesome. See, that's what I mean, like, just those things.
I was so amazed by it, and Ice-T called him to the stage and just was like, you know, he's going to rock out with us for the rest of the night. And he became a good friend of ours. And so now, this has been over some years now, you know, he's an older guy now, and we kind of keep in touch and still speak. And music is, I always say, it's just very powerful. To come from Greece, you know, over to Scotland, and I'm like, wow,
that's crazy. And just to have them as fans, that's just a big honor.
Just have them as a fan, yes, it was amazing. You know, I have people from South Africa and just all over the world that, you know, kind of text me and hit me and message me, and stuff.
See, that's cool. That's why I love my, this station too. My other one, though, I can see all where they're coming from, so it's like, I just love seeing that, knowing that, they listen just because either that's my show or they listen to the station because I help with that too. So it's like, it's
right.
kind of like, I love that. I wanted you to shout out everybody too because we got about 10 minutes left and I go right on to another interview on another station.
Right.
Shout out all your social media.
All right, definitely. Y'all can go check me out, Trig the Gambler Instagram. Or you can do the same as Trig the Gambler Facebook. That's how I rock. And I want to definitely shout out my Royal Records, my royalty record team, Five Kings, T Merciless, William H. Williams, my cousin Big Mike, Raw, G, Zardy, Smooth the Hustler, DV Elias Christ, Mizzo, DR period. This is what we do, And don't forget, and I want to let everybody know, Smooth and DR is doing a Once Upon a Time in America too. So that's what they're working on also. I was going to keep that a secret, but I got to let y'all know about that.
That sounds good, just the title
big
of
up
it.
VA, big up Brooklyn all day, and everywhere else around the world.
That's one thing. Like I
big
think
up
that
to you
sounds
for
good.
having me tonight. Big up to you.
Oh, even though I'm a year late, and you can apologize to Mike for me too, because I know last week I was kind of short and he was a little bit confused, and it was like, hold up, like I was so sick. I did not go to the hospital for like 3 days after that, and
wow.
I mean, I just and then it had to be a blessing somehow. I didn't mean to cut you off there, but it had to be a blessing somehow because what was so crazy is when I tried to get on the station. It was we would have been so late anyway because they went through a whole station change and didn't even tell me. So when I was trying to get on, I couldn't get on. I had to call the engineer and I'm like, look, what's going on? So it would have been a big mess anyway. So it happened for a reason. Not that I got sick, but a reason.
Right, happened for a reason. It's more settled, beautiful interview. I like it.
Yeah, I do too, and I know your engineer is recording it, so that'll be great, just in case something goes wrong with this station again. But we got on with no problem, and it was all good. So last week was it was probably like 20 minutes because I was trying, and then I was just like, you know what, I give up. I'm sick. Plus I've been trying to deal with this for a half hour almost. Like I give up. We'll just do it next week, same time.
Right, definitely. Y'all go pick up that H. Williams. Featuring Trigger the Gambler, the game. Go check that out, YouTube. You can pull that up.
Blessings. Where are you putting Blessings? Is that going to be everywhere too?
Yeah, Blessings is going to be everywhere.
So y'all need to go cop that and check out. You can listen in at 258, and I'll probably put it on Street Media Hype and check that out. Check out that song in rotation.
Yes, thank you.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. So I'm going to end the night because end this interview anyway. I don't even know if it's what day it is anymore. But I want you to give one piece of advice to this generation of music that are out there struggling in the indie world, because I see plenty of them, and it gets me when they give up. You know what I mean? Because it's like, really? I just put all this energy into you and all this time, and, you're just done with it?
Right.
Like, give them a piece of advice.
My advice to the younger generation, read more.
Yes, you should always have a book.
Phones, because you can use the phones to read more also.
Yeah, and you can, and like you said, the younger generation, you guys go everywhere. Take it, pack it in the car with you, whatever. I'm reading the Sister Soldier collection right now. Do you know how many years? I mean, and nobody says you have to read it in 1-2 days, because I got so much going on that, trust me, just to have an hour to myself reading, I'm happy.
You have a globe in your hand, and the globe is that phone. People don't know it. They have a globe right there. I mean, pull up everything. It's right there. Read.
I'm still old-fashioned. I have to have it in my hands. You know what I mean? I have to have the book.
That's right.
But, I order them. I don't go to the Books A Million anymore. I order them right offline. It's like, okay, this is the one I want. This is the collection, and one by one. But, I mean, just do it. Doesn't matter but make sure what you're reading is good stuff. Don't be reading all this drama. There's enough of that in the world, okay?
That's right. Enough of that. Enough drama.
So just try to learn and read something. You know, my thing was I always read my kids a book. And you know, I asked my daughter that the other day. I said, because I worked a lot. I was a single mom. I had a lot going on, and I was in management, so I was always at work. And I said, Brittany, can I ask you a question? I said, because sometimes this stuff bothers me. She's like, what's going on, Ma? I said, do you remember? She goes, Ma, you read us a story every single night. First you'd be in the boys' room reading them a story, and then you'd come to my room. Wow. And she was, you know, that one thing that she remembered, you know what I mean? Because it was like, it killed me, but I mean, I wanted them to have what I could give them, you know what I'm saying? It was like, but I always made sure once I got home, they were my, you know, it was my time. I never went out. I never did all. I put it into school, and I had to go back to school. There was a lot of things I had to do, and so it was like I had to be structured, and you know, I was so proud that she told me she remembered it, and I still have all the collections of books. You know, now that they're starting to have their own kids, it's like, here, you know, the crazy ones, like, you know, the Disney stories, which a lot of them I don't agree with, but, you know, it's all good.
Gotta watch what they put in these books.
Oh, yeah, and Dr. Seuss, you know, even though that was a whole crazy thing, too, you know, it was still a little kids, my kids, when they were growing up, that was the thing, you know, so. But anyways, I really want to thank you for doing the interview. I'm looking forward to seeing some promotion out there on the movies so I can, you know, go check it out. Please get that blessings.
That crazy joint out too. Check that crazy joint out.
Oh, I'm going to play that as we're leaving the interview.
No doubt.
So you can introduce it actually, because you know it's about that time, and I'll have enough to play the song.
Definitely, I check out second joint, Crazy, Trigger the Gambler, hip hop.
All right, so we're gonna play that now, y'all. And like I said, this interview, I'm praying, you know, because we went through enough last week that everything went fine with the recording. If not, we might have to recap it on the phone, whatever. We'll get it, okay? And
however we gotta do it.
Right, and we'll get it. And you will hear it out of Cali, you'll hear it out of Indiana, you'll hear it out of Atlanta, you'll hear it out of up north in New York, different part of New York, but New York. And
And New York is New York,
and way up north towards Boston and New Hampshire. So it'll follow me on all, and at the end it'll be on iHeartRadio and Spotify.
Definitely.
So I thank you once again, and we're gonna check out the song "Crazy" now.
All right, thank you. Have a blessed one, y'all.
You too. Bye.
All right.
Yeah.
Rockin' Pro,
Trigger the Gambler. Oh yeah, Brooklyn.
I'm so crazy about you.
Plus I would never doubt you because
And I can't let you go. You're beautiful.
yeah.
I'm so crazy about you. I know you feel it too. All that we've been through. I'm so crazy
It's
about
a teenage love, kissing out in public, giving my female love. Life couldn't feel so good, taking her out the hood, providing for her like a man should, and disrespecting you, I wish a man would. Apart his lips too, I park the fifth through, because I'm in your hood, don't get it miscrewed. Giving niggas vacations, he'll be missed too. My shorty, she ride with me, smoke, get high with me, and fights go against dudes, jump, she fight with me. She must love me, shorty, she must be God give to me, cause who gon' love T? Told me to kill that noise, remind me of Chuck D. Must be lucky to get fucked and love free, damn. My soulmate, we made love the whole day, but anyway,
I'm so crazy about you.
Crazy about you because
And I can't let you go. You're beautiful. I'm so crazy
about you. Plus I would never doubt you because
I know you feel it too. All that we've been through. I'm so crazy
about the first night, made love to daylight. 2 years later, never had left sight. Getting out of bed with me, catching my next flight. Blunt already over me, I'm high as the damn kite. Wherever we land at, water clear, sand black. You ain't gotta ask there, where's my fans at? Niggas giving me dap like Trig, you the man black. She's a chooser and I'm a leader, we understand that. Sing like a bird to me, no harsh words to me. You my queen, with a king you deserve to be. Love our kids like I love yours, that make them ours. Strength and love, family is power. Did I tell you the best? Sexy in that dress, and your hips nice and thick. Something I love to caress. You always yourself. You don't have to impress. I'm crazy because I'm blessed. Blessed. I'm crazy about you because
And I can't let you go. You're beautiful.
I'm so crazy doubt you because
I know you feel it
too.
All that we've been through. I'm so crazy
about love your man, plus you proud to say it. I'm making love to this track so you can rewind and play it, so you can reminisce of all the times I slayed it. Marriage is in my vision and your pop's okayed it. True love don't have color, it's all emotion. I got this map to your heart and I'ma keep coasting. Since banging on tables, you had me open. Follow the leader, let the rhythm hit him. I ain't joking, rappers delight. Open, Smith brothers get in off the language that's broken. Stages and mics, we kept it smoking. In LA, no locan. Ice house running trains, no locomotion. Gave it all up, it was pain, but my devotion to hip hop returned my style with no token. Studied the game, it ain't the same. I let it soak in since a kid in the crib. You had me open. Hip hop, crazy about you because
I can't let you
go.
You're
Beautiful. Yes, I'm so crazy about you. Plus, I would never doubt you because
I know you feel it
too.
All that we've been through.
I'm so crazy about you. Plus, I would never doubt you because
I can't let you
go.
You're beautiful.
I'm so crazy about you. Plus, I would never doubt you because
I know you feel it
too.
All that we've been through. I'm so crazy
about you. Plus, I would never doubt you. Live without you. I can't live without you. Plus, I would never doubt you. Hip hop.
Purchase your beats from RocketPro.com.
Alright, y'all, so that was Trig the Gambler. Oops. Oh, hold on. All right. And I hope y'all like that song. Okay, I loved it. It was kind of smooth, and I could feel that. I could see what he was saying about the metaphor of his girl, and then listening to that, it was actually about hip hop at the end and kind of flip twist. So, y'all, make sure you follow him. He gave y'all his website. His social networks. I told you, I'm trying to get over this sick feeling. But anyways, alright, y'all, so join me at 258 and shout out Stop Beefing Radio and Platinum Radio and Show Off Radio and LSN Radio and Lady Spinsters Network. Y'all keep up, okay? And we'll be back. So join me next Saturday night here, and then Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Wednesday is my only day off.